party to stand.
Don't you think it would be disastrous for Labour Party to quit Peter Obi? You see, that template, or rather, the party itself has its own teaching problem that they are trying to fix. If they should quit Peter Obi has already is a persona that his clout is growing in leaps and bounds as the day rolls by. I want to believe that if they say they are going to quit, which faction want to quit him, or which faction want to stay with him? But whatever happens, Peter Obi is like when a dog bark and the caravan moves on. Can the dog swallow the caravan? Peter Obi is just in the mode of the caravan. That's the way I will put it.
Now, you're talking about the relevance that Peter Obi brought to the Labour Party. Was there any relevance he brought to the party?
Yes, because
Kule just made it clear to us that he didn't bring any relevance to the party.
He
didn't contribute any success or progress to the party.
He brought a lot of relevance to Labour Party because up to the now, before the now, Labour Party has been has been underground. You know, the coming on board of Peter Obi rather accentuate or rather farm that posturing for Labour Party to be seen as a party that has a sound footing in Nigeria. And whosoever is coming here to say that it has not added up to some a kind of a posturing to Labour Party as an image of a party, I think that person must be hallucinating. I want to believe that Peter Obi is a brand that everybody, even aside from Labour Party, everybody in Nigeria will cut because there is no known court of the land that has brought him to shame or rather has anything against him. I stand to be corrected on this. But one thing is that I want to say here is that Peter Obi has always been a symbol of change from the old order.
Let me start by saying Peter Obi, Labour Party. Labour Party have been existing before Peter Obi came on limelight. Labour Party has produced nothing less than 2-3 governors in Nigeria as a political party.
Before
Peter Obi
emergency
into Labour Party. And I'm not going to take it away from him that maybe he has not brought any fame or
he didn't have value, right?
Had any value. He had what we call conspiring, coup conspiring in boosting Labour Party. The coup conspiring during the NSAS, like some of the analysts have just said not too long ago. The people you see that actually vote Labour Party during the 2023 election, these are grieved Nigerians, and for the decision of the APC during the Muslim tickets, the grievances within the Christians, the Nigerians, who say no, why will he go on Muslim tickets? You know, eventually the 2023 Nigerian split into two, and also the game of the NSAS. You know, we are also part of those who protest during the NSAS. But at a point, we saw that it's being hijacked by some political snitch, and which they use that advantage in boosting the Labour Party votes in 2023. So I would say that Labour Party have been existing before Peter Obi come to limelight. That is one. And number two, Peter Obi, I would say at this point, is making an expensive mistake in his political career, in his political journey. And I just wish he will not regret.
What mistake is he making?
Good. First and foremost, going to ADC now, is there any agreement that is going to be given presidential automatic tickets to contest under ADC? That is one. For him to have left the Labour Party is going to affect him, because already Labour Party...
He didn't dump Labour Party, or has he dumped the party?
No.
He joined a coalition.
He joined a coalition.
Yeah.
A coalition is not a party, it's not a body, it's not a party that is going to contest for an election and a presidential election. And looking at the people that he has gone there to merge with, to liaise with, These are people that have injected Nigeria with atomic bomb that really bust and destroy Nigerian structure and economy up to this moment. And for him to have merged with them, it simply means he's a man of unknown destination. He's a man that has no vision. Initially, when I said it's not that I hate Peter Obi, but I've listened him, I've analyzed him, I've understood him. I can see that he's still a political baby, which is still need to learn a lot.
And what gives you the assurance that he will win the 2027 election if he contests under the Labour Party?
If at all, he never win the 2027 election. But I'm a man of my word. If I stand with you, I want to stand with you. I like Peter Obi because I was believing he's a man of integrity, and he will always stand by the Nigerian NSAS youths that have advocated for him, that have voted him, and he always try to keep that respect for himself, not to enliase with terrorists, with muggers. But it's unfortunate.
Are you saying he has lost his integrity by joining the new coalition?
Absolutely, Michael. He has lost his integrity before the Nigerian
by
youth.
joining the coalition.
By joining that coalition.
The coalition that is meant to unseat the present government.
To unseat the president, okay, personally, it has become a grief something between him and the Mr. President. So he's an anti-Tinubu. If he has joined a coalition to unseat the present president, that is one.
Well, he has been standing in the position of opposition.
His party, Labour, is Labour Party aware of him joining the coalition?
Even Labour Party is an opposition. If I'm not making a mistake.
Yes.
Labour Party is their opposition. Definitely, we all knew. Okay, but for him to have left Labour Party, he has let down Labour Party.
You are saying
he has
he officially told Nigerians that he has dumped the party. He only joined the coalition. The trend that is going on.
I want to eat meat and I want to eat bone. There is no how you eat meat without touching the bone. Yes. So, So, personally, there is crisis. There is issue in Labour Party. Okay, that's why I'm telling Nigerians that Obi is anxious and is desperate. He must not be too desperate of becoming a president or becoming a leader in a country. He need to take things step by step. So somehow it's affecting he's killing his own political status.
All right, let's go see what Antnam is saying in the comment section. Mr. Mike, you can't belong to two parties at the same time. Check INEC law. Peter Obi is trapped. He has to officially resign and join ADC, who will never give him the ticket. Peter Obi is finished.
Yes, your point.
Your reaction, Mr.
You see, at times we need to get something clear. Yeah. There is a difference between a political party and coalition. And coalition, it means that people coming together to wrestle power from the APC-led government. And that one does not translate to a party because it's still an ongoing process. At the end of the day, when parties come into coalition, they will sit down and do the needful by dotting all the I's, and making sure that a formidable person that will carry the entire objectives is being brought to the fore. And that is how it's always played. A situation whereby you are trying to mix coalition with a party, it does not really hold water here. We need to have a definitive stance as to what coalition is all about, what party is all about. Because these are people that are coming together. They all came from different parties. They are all in the opposition. They want to form a coalition movement that will form up so that they can raise power from the incumbent APC now. But when people now come to start saying or trying to muzzle things together, it's like they are mixing it. They are not really getting what the coalition is all about. But aside that, what I'm saying is that up to the now, I've not really seen something that I can lay my hands upon that the coalition is moving towards a very, very good journey. Because to me, I said it here yesterday that when I saw what is his name, Arebeshola, being made secretary of that coalition movement, then I begin to think twice about the credibility or where the coalition is headed. But aside that, because I believe competitiveness is even good in a democratic setting. Because in a situation whereby you are trying to move everybody to one party, then there is every likelihood of having tyrannical behavior. in such a process. But what I've always maintained, and I will continue to say it here and there, that when you have varieties, then people can be free to choose who they so much, whosoever they want to lead them. And that is how good politics is being played. But to me, Aregbesola holding that key position of a secretary of this coalition movement is a no-no for me. That is my own take, my personal opinion, and nobody can take it from me. You understand? But in as much as that, I desire change. Change is a constant thing in life. Anybody that is desirous of change should always do things that people will see that yes, he runs on the plane of rationality, not the other way around. And I've always maintained that the way they are going, I know that it's still an ongoing process. I pray they do not fail. But if they fail, because the first footing that they have taken now, I see that they are going on a journey of no return. But unless if they can correct it before 2027, then they might be giving APC-led government a run for their money. And in a situation whereby opposition is in place, it always keep the government on toes so that they can do the needful and also do the mandate. Because they sworn on oath before coming to the reins of governance. They have to do things according to that oath that they have sworn to. That is why a good politicking is being played.
Do you know that APC is a coalition? Do you know? Are you aware?
APC is a coalition. Coalition presently now is a party. Initially,
but it started.
It started as a coalition,
coming together of different politicians,
coming together with different parties.
ACN, CPC, ANPP, right?
Eventually, they met together and crowned as one party.
And now, talking about integrity, you said Obi has lost his integrity.
Exactly.
Yes. By joining the ADC. Yes. Would you say President Bola Ahmed Tinubu lost his integrity by joining the APC?
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he never lost his integrity.
But he joined
by it's still the same fashion. It's still the same fashion. He set up APC. Okay, it was still the same structure. Okay, that eventually came together and to become one body. Eventually, they are called APC.
Not one structure.
Okay. Now, on this note, now, will ADC no contest for president in 2020 come 2027? I don't know to contest. Or they are just trying to use a political joker, like maybe having the Labour Party as an understanding, and eventually they met together to upset the present party.
So why did you say Obi has lost integrity?
Good. He has lost his integrity because majority of the Nigerian NSAS youth that believes in him. Okay. Presently now, they are highly in bigger shame. You know, they are so ashamed of Peter Obi trying to do what? Move out of the Labour Party. And for some of the analysts have just said that Obi credibility giving Labour Party a fame. He has not given me any special fame. Like I tweet, Labour Party have been existing before Peter Obi came to limelight. He only bring in what we call an enhancement of conspiracy to do what? To bring down and demolish the ambition of President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2023. Okay, so.
All right, Gbenga George, Tinubu supporters just want Obi to remain in Labour Party, which they have infested. Abure will not collect his balance from Tinubu. And we have Antnam saying this is going to make it easier for the Jagaban to win. Confusion on this fake coalition already. Woto. Okay, yes, we have Joe is saying Adebayo. All right, let's move down to another one, please. We don't want a personal attack here on the comment section. Please stop personal attack on the comment section. I've been noticing this. I've been observing it, especially from GOA. Please, we don't want that in the comment section. Thank you so much. All right, Antnam, APC collapsed their old parties and are all in one party. Obi wants to have one foot in Labour and another in ADC. Obi is gone. Let's move down to James Olu. Tinubu used the money to sniff coke. Okay. Let's go to what there's a Chima is saying. Michael, nothing good will come out of Adebayo. Is a political jobber. All right. Moving on was Williams Okameme saying, Mr. Wike is in PDP working for APC. How can we justify that? And we have Great saying Tinubu did not form APC. It was a coalition of different parties. Yes. Anthony Dirichuku, Nigeria as a nation has crossed the Rubicon. Even if you bring Angel to lead Nigeria, it won't still work.
So how you want to say?
It won't still work. The level of corruption starting from the president to the council, the biggest problem we have. All right, and what's King Henry saying here? I think I saw a message by King Henry. All right, from a coalition, you then come to an understanding to form a formidable party for all the agreeable participants to join.
Yes, I cannot agree less with what he just said. I mean, that is how it is. It's been played in every civilized clime. I want to believe that coalition is not just an end unto itself. It's a means to an end. And for crying out loud, and for those people that doesn't know how it works, you have to come from a basement. And that basement is those political parties that have come together to say they want to form a formidable coalition against the government. And that basement has to be rested on different political parties. Then you have to come together, try and analyze things and see where you have do your SWOT analysis and see where you have your comparative advantage. That's how it is being played. A situation whereby, and again, one of the most potent weapons is alignment and realignment. It has always been a potent weapon in political space. And APC that is enjoying this governance today also was a result of an alignment. I could recall the CPC block, the ANPP block, and the ACN block. They came together and formed the mega party that we are all seeing today. And if any other person is doing so, why must we condemn them? Because we are running a democratic setting. Everybody is free to so do. Whatever is good for A should also be good for B. I don't think that this is. But what I am trying to say that up to the now, I have not really seen because Aregbesola for me, is a no for me, because this was a person that ran a state in Osun State for how many years without commissioners. And if he's coming to that for, what is he going to bring to the fore? And how is he going to hard up? That is my fears. And if I begin to see some other personages coming up that have credibility in their veins, I will say yes, they are heading towards achieving something great. But up to the now, I cannot really say they are really doing, but they have taken the wrong foot by even allowing Aregbesola to be secretary of that movement. I think it's a no for me.
All right, let's quickly talk about the politicians that are pledging to run for just a single term. I think we need to look deep into it. Just yesterday, Amici also declared his intention too. When he was asked the question if he would accept that offer, and he said yes, one time he would do that. Obi also submitted a proposal for single term. But why this single term pledge? Why are they on this? Is this a signal? Is this a sign of vision they have for the country, or a sign of future rejection?
You see, I will answer this question in two ways. Because for anybody that is taking a shot at the center, at governance, you must have your vision. You must have your objectives, what you really want to go there to achieve. If you say you are going to use 4 years, one single term, that's 4 years single term, then it shows that whatever objectives or whatever mission that you want to do falls within the ambit of that 4 years. That you have, yes. If given this 4 years, 1 year, 1 term, I would have achieved, I would have put, in place those things that are really the front burner or yearnings of the masses. Then on the second part, I want to say that in the constitution you can go 2 terms. That's if you have done well. The onus of proof rests with the Nigerian masses, because if any leader does well at the end of the day, then the people might be gingered to say, okay, continue your second term, because we are really seeing the dividend of democracy. That's how it works. But in a situation whereby some elite gather themselves together and say that I want to run for 1 term, I think is their own opinion, but it's not enshrined in the constitution to run for 1 term and not run for second until the ground norm, which is the constitution, is changed. That's where we begin to say, okay, maybe the constitution has been amended towards a 1 term tenure.
All right, GOA is saying something important here. Amechi will spend his single time chasing Wike with army. Of course, we understand the crisis that is going on between Amechi and Nyesom Wike.
Yes, it's a sad commentary when people now turn governance into even achieving some form of a vendetta. I think vendetta in politics is an anathema to democratic settings and ethos, and it should not be imbibed in our political culture. And I want to believe that whenever people are trying to throw jabs at themselves at the expense of the Nigerian masses, it shows that those people are not supposed to be found in the corridors of governance. I want to believe that we need somebody who should be a statesman, is a person, somebody who can carry the burden or the challenges of the people and say, okay, in solving, carry it to governance and try to solve them, so that the yearnings of the masses can really be seen and be heard and be felt. And that is how governance is being played. It's whereby you start throwing jabs using at each other. It's sure that those people, they are only coming to do some form of a comedy show. And governance is not about comedy, it's about serious business.
Thank you so much, Mr.
Thank you very much.
I really appreciate your contribution. Thank you.
City Stand. City Stand.